Hey everyone, it is Saturday, December 3rd. The time is 4:10 p.m. and the temperature right now is around 3 degrees Celsius. And I'm here just north of the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton, here in midtown Toronto. And I'm just crossing over to the east side of Yonge Street here. And this is the intersection of Yonge and Broadway. And for this one, I'll be heading south down Yonge Street here. And I think I'll finish up at St Clair Station. And there's currently a wind warning in effect, but things don't seem to be that bad at the moment. And there is a deceptively large Shoppers Drug Mart. It's quite handy if it's midnight and I need to pop out and buy bananas to make a smoothie or a whole number of other items. It's got a mini grocery section in it. And here's the Rosencrown with Absolute Comedy in the basement. That used to be a Yuck Yucks comedy club. And the Northern Thai restaurant Pie up top. And this is Roehampton. And just across the street there is the Yonge Eglinton Center. It's actually been longer than I thought since I last recorded a pre-recorded video down this stretch of Yonge, at least of the walking variety. That Stag Shop is a new addition to the area.
Ya, mira, salía yo de la casa y él ya.
There's a mini Korean supermarket moving into that spot. And there's Function Bar. It's a great little basement spot to grab a cocktail. And they occasionally have some live performances. So I am on my way to Coxwell Station. I'm planning on doing a walk through Little Ethiopia and Greektown, and I thought let's record a walk along the way. Why not? And yes, this intersection is still a disaster. There used to be a really neat TD Bank on this corner that was torn down to make way for the e-condos here. There's a red light runner. And used to be able to access Eglinton Station from this street corner, but that has been blocked off. You used to be able to access it actually from all the street corners here. Now you have to make your way over to the southwest side of Yonge Street. There's a keg on the left. And completely unrelated to anything, but it just happened, so it's fresh on my mind. Last night I noticed I was low on laundry detergent. So I ordered a bottle of Arm & Hammer off of Amazon. Was just delivered to my door about half an hour ago. When I opened my door to get it, there's a large puddle of detergent in front of my door, and the bottom of the box was soaked. Oh, there goes the Lambo. So thanks, Amazon guy, for just tossing my detergent and causing a leak. I heard a loud thud too. It sounded like he just chucked it into the door, actually. So I'll be contacting Amazon later today. And just across the street on the right is the head office of Canadian Tire. And I was in this area last night at around 10:30 p.m. I had finished recording a live stream from my home, and I ventured out to pick up some edibles, and the only place that was open was this place, Fogtown Flower, across the street. All the other places closed at 9 or 10. They were pretty busy at that hour. There's a look into West Elm. Apparently these dots on the windows here are for the sake of birds to not fly into the windows. And on the left is an Italian restaurant, Oretta, and that's where I went for my birthday. And I had an excellent pizza there. It's got kind of an upscale feel to it, but fortunately the menu is reasonably priced. I recommend going there. We arrived to, or at, Hillsdale Avenue. The Honey Pot was closed last night. I think that closes at 9 or 10. And that is going to be the Davisville by Rockport. And I think that development actually has a pretty good plan for retail on Yonge Street. Instead of just one or two large units, it looks like there's a lot of smaller ones in the rendering. There's plans to redevelop that building into an 11-story commercial building. Actually, I think I saw the top floors would be a condo. Correction there. There's Little Sister, an excellent Indonesian fusion restaurant. I believe their other location is down near King West. That car is making a left turn right in front of that BMW. Actually, it made a U-turn. And even though sunset is right around the corner, this is about as light out as it's been all day. It was raining all morning. And it's just been overcast and gloomy ever since. Cafe Plenty. So just up ahead is Davisville subway station. So that's roughly the midpoint of this one. In case you ever wondered what it looks inside one of those garbage bins. They finally cleared out Fat Phil's. That was a greasy spoon and burger restaurant. It's actually been closed for several years. I'm surprised they haven't found a new tenant for that spot. And coming up on the left is a new coffee shop that just moved into this location. It replaced a Starbucks. They have already announced this entire chain has closed down quite suddenly. So I guess that location was doomed from the start. There's a look over at Davisville Station. That is where the Toronto Transit Commission is headquartered. And that location has been there, I think, since 1954, when the Yonge Street Line 1 subway opened up. The bike lanes are nice and dry. If it weren't for the wind, I'd imagine there'd be a few more cyclists out. I don't know if it's just me, but I've been noticing more and more second cups popping up. I think that chain is having a bit of a resurgence. Possibly cashing in on the fact that Starbucks pulled so many other chains out of the city. They went on a rampage closing locations during the pandemic. And speaking of closed locations, this is sad to see. I've been to this place a number of times. Finn McCool's, that's a bar. Or it was a bar. Sometimes places like that get killed off because of work from home policies now at the surrounding offices. Probably used to do a pretty good after work business. There's an Indian resto bar that comes off as more of a club at night sometimes. Fortunately, the bull here has survived. So this is Merton Street. I'll cross over. Walk down the west side of Yonge for a bit. This will also give us a look into the Davisville subway rail yard. It looks like there's a southbound train ready to roll by. Davisville Station actually has 3 usable subway platforms. So for the next 5 minutes or so, I won't be walking by much retail. In fact, I won't be walking by any retail. Head underneath the old K. Gardner Beltline Trail. And on that side of Yonge Street, you have Mount Pleasant Cemetery, which is absolutely huge. That dates back to 1876. I always prefer to walk on this side whenever I'm along this way. Just like being close to the rail tracks here. There's a number of rental buildings looming behind them. And those would be part of the Deer Park neighborhood. What is that in the bike lane? Looks like we're getting some new landscaping in that part of the cemetery. I would imagine another train will pass by before I finished walking along this outdoor section of the subway. I wonder if anyone's ever got zapped. There hasn't been a northbound train roll by this entire time I've been along this stretch. So if I went into Davisville Station when I walked past it, we'd still be waiting for a train, although I think I hear one now. And now I'm entering an area often just referred to as Yonge St Clair. Probably the most, or the second most well-known of all the major midtown intersections. I think Yonge Eglinton is far and away the most popular. I was about to say, you'll notice there's not much in the way of Christmas cheer along this route. But just as I say that, I see a large tree that's lit up in front of a church across the street. And that building straight ahead, that black one that says EQ Bank on it, that used to be where an AM radio station my mom always listened to is located. That would be CFRB 1010. I remember there's always a guy on the air named Wally Crowder. I don't know if he's still around. Oh, I lied, it's 2 trees. And this is Heath Street, which runs all the way over to Bathurst Street. And it cuts through Deer Park and Forest Hill. Although the last block of it is known as Tynechester. For some reason it changes names right in front of St. Clair West Subway Station. And here's what I think will be a really neat looking condo going up One Delisle right here in the corner. Hopefully it's one of those ones that turns out to look like the renderings. And this is Yonge and St Clair coming up, so it looks like I'll be missing the golden hour. I'm gonna pop into the subway, and when I re-emerge, it'll be dark out. That's okay, I don't think we'll have a particularly great sky tonight for that anyways. I'll be doing a walk from this intersection that leads down to Yonge and Bloor in the coming weeks anyways. Maybe I'll do that one at twilight. And sadly, a week ago, this is where someone, I believe they were cycling north. They were struck by a pickup truck and dragged, and they lost their life. And I believe this is the ghost bike that went up a few days ago. Absolutely heartbreaking. And the driver who hit him made an illegal right turn. But in the press release, they didn't acknowledge that. They just said a cyclist was struck by a vehicle, even though they had that information, because there's no right turns between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. I think it was between 4 and 6 when the illegal right turn took place.
Man, it's cold out here. Hello.
So it's a bit suspicious as to why the police would leave that information out of their press release. Although at least that driver did end up getting charged. And I could pop into the subway station here on the left, but I'm going to head over to the main entrance over there. And I'll be heading down to the southbound platform. I'll be going down to Bloor-Yonge and transferring to line 2 and taking that over to Coxwell. Let's see how much credit I have left on my card. Not much. I'm going to have to top that off. Those people had an up escalator, but they chose to walk on the left side and stream around the corner. Very considerate. And here we go, St Clair Station. I think it says next train in 3 minutes. As a northbound train rolls in. But on that note, I hope you enjoyed this one, starting just north of Yonge Eglinton, heading south down to here at St Clair Station. You can look. I might post that Greektown walk I'm about to do before this one. And if you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides. I also have a TikTok at Johnny Strides. And there is a super thanks button. And below these videos as well if you wish to say thanks that way. So I'm going to hop on my chariot here. And thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink!
Line 1, towards Finch. Please stand clear of the doors. Next station is Summerhill Station.